What's up, everybody? So, after 11 years, I finally quit. Today I want to go over my experience with quitting. If you're in the same boat that I was, help you to do the same. And so let's grab a little late night smoothie and we'll jump into it. All right, so I wanted to talk a little bit about how I actually went about quitting, because I am not the type of person to be able to do something cold turkey. It would absolutely drive me up the wall. Ain't that right, Lucille?
No.
Her name's Lucy, by the way. She hates Lucille. But so how I done this is I started, and basically I cut in half. Like immediately I cut my usage in half, and then I would go and I would step down each day until I got to my 9th day, and that's actually where was my first day completely without.
And that was a rough day.
Yes, very rough day. But it did, the withdrawals, I will say the withdrawals do progressively ease up. Like, you know, the first 4 or 5 days definitely have to be the hardest, and you kind of get like those pressure headaches and stuff like that, and a lot of irritability. It is currently day 4, and I would like to murder her. Yeah. Withdrawals are pretty rough right now. Cut back, like 75% from what I was just a couple days ago. Well, 4 days ago. And yeah, it's been tense. It's been rough, wouldn't you say?
More rough for me than I feel like for you. I have to take all your brute anger right now.
I'm
You're
a
with
nice
the draws.
person. But,
nothing like that. No tantrums.
Yeah.
Psh,
But,
figuring out to eat just got 10 times harder.
You don't know me. But one of the first effects that I really started feeling, you know, as I was coming off of it, honestly, was energy. And I'm a very energetic person, or at least so I thought, but somehow I found more. And I think it's kind of one of those things, like it plays like chewing tobacco, which I didn't smoke cigarettes, I chewed tobacco, but this was something that I'd done for coming up on, it was almost 11 years. So
when'd you start?
Wow, 16. I was 16, yep, I'm currently 27. But but it's kind of like a thyroid effect. Like it slowly eats away at your thyroid, and like I don't know, I don't know all the complete metrics of it, but yeah, it robs you of energy. It also kind of really robs your libido a little bit. Like just all that kind of goes into one thing. And when you start tapering off, and then when you get completely off, like the effects of just like how much more drive you have is absolutely crazy. And by the way, this smoothie is amazing. I just want to I just want to say that I'm a class A chef.
I have mine. I can't drink it because it turns my teeth black from the seeds.
It's a good look for you. The other major thing that I noticed was, man, my teeth. Oh my God, my teeth look so much better. And it's kind of one of those things like, if as you look at it every day, you don't notice the change that actually occurs over years. And so I actually took progress pictures. This was day 1 to day 30. Not a crazy difference, but definitely a difference. And you know, I'm happy to see it. I know you're happy about that.
Yeah.
Everybody likes a pretty white smile.
The other thing I'm ecstatic about is how much money you're saving.
Yes. So I actually added this up. I would normally dip close to 7 cans a week, and that come out to be around $1,500–1,600 a year.
You've already saved $100 just from when you stopped altogether till now, which is pretty crazy.
It's another one of those things that kind of snowballs in. Like you don't think about it when you're spending it out $4 at a time. When you start adding it all together, like just think about that decade time period of how much.
The thing I am excited about is our vacation fund that we have going now. That was my idea.
You are a mastermind. So yeah, she convinced me that all this money that, you know, I saved this year from not buying it, that we're going to put in a vacation fund and we're going to go somewhere nice.
Yet to be decided.
Yet to be decided, but it'll be somewhere nice. Money well spent. Lucky for me, I'm pretty active. And so fighting the withdrawals, something that I would do is I would, you know, go to the gym, go for runs. You know, we would take the dogs out. with that too, like I kind of look back and I reflect and I think about just how much time I've spent that has revolved around tobacco. As far as what I mean by that is like, how many times do you see me like I wanted to like wait to have a meal later because I wanted to have, that, or
you have to drive to the store or it'd be storming and cold and you'd have to stop.
I've walked to the store a few times in the rain just so I can get it. Like it's a very hard dependency, and like when you break it, you're like, wow, like how did this nicotine addiction like have this grasp on me? But it really did, and like it's something that kind of like can you see the forest for the trees type thing. Like it's just that fog that's over top of you that once it lifts, you're like this whole epiphany moment of, wow, why didn't I ever see that before? Like this has taken a lot of my life. It's just been a complete dependency that I really, like in hindsight, it's hard to explain.
I'd say the main thing that you've overlooked this whole process is just, or not overlooked, but your mental health. And I think that's the thing about, being addicted to something is you don't see the impact it has on others or really on yourself. I think you've gotten a whole lot happier overall, as weird as that sounds, just because you're not revolving your life around something that is really meaningless in the end. It kind of gives you a high and then you crash and you get mad and need it again, and we'll be out doing stuff and you'll have to stop just to go chew a dip. Or whenever you leave dip bottles in my car, which is disgusting.
You ain't gotta worry about that no more.
Thank God.
No, you're really right though, and that's another reason that I wanted you to be here on this video speaking with me, is that it does affect the people that's around you. And kind of what she was talking about, the mental side of it, is that that dependency that you built, it kind of gets to a point where you don't have full control over your mind because you're so fixated on that dopamine fix that anytime that your anxiety's up, your depression's up, you go to that. Like it's a crutch. That's exactly what it is. It's exactly what it's used for. And so you kind of open doors to a whole new realm of things when you kick that addiction, that nicotine addiction, because then you're able to put your focus and put your perspective on other things, such as
biking.
Yeah, I love biking.
You don't have to stop and take a dip break.
Yes, that's the other thing too. Like I don't know, like
or
this
workout.
Yeah, this is kind of
eat.
Yeah.
Or use the bathroom. Go to sleep. Oh my God, you having to take a dip right before every night, and I would go to kiss you, and you'd have a big old in your lip. It's disgusting.
I was a cool kid. Best believe it.
Not that cool. You ain't a cool kid anymore.
Nah,
you're just immortal.
I'm just a pale white boy.
Grand finale. We made it.
We did.
By we, I mean me. I made it.
Yeah, that is exactly the most important thing about all this.
This was a rough journey for the both of us.
It was, but definitely all the better for it. Really am. And like if you're going through this right now or thinking about going through this, like comment and tell me what's kind of hanging you up or any questions you might have, or just tell me what's going on. Like I really would love to help because I've been in that position. Like I know it's tough at times.
And I think it's also like even past tobacco, like being addicted to something in general. Like your other one was being sweet tea.
Yes.
And that's a work in progress.
Yeah.
Or
that's another project.
Even some other things like, I'm addicted to sugar, so trying to cut back on that, or, or even alcohol or, drugs in general. I think it's all basically the same concept on stopping an addiction.
Yeah, I think what you're trying to say is that even after you get through something, you'll always have you'll be around somebody that's doing it, or you'll see it here, or you'll just get random cravings. And it's kind of one of those things, like even though it's easier on the backside to fight those urges are still there. So you always will, from time to time have to just be like, yo, I'm not going to do this.
Yeah, I think it's also like where, your support team that still helps you in the beginning, also kind of keeping you true. And because even though you're a month out, I would pretty confidently say that you still have urges from here and there.
Sure.
It, especially whenever landscaping season, really ramps back up here in the next month or two.
Yeah.
you know, I feel like that's going to be another telling time, especially whenever stress gets high. That's something that you're always going to try and turn to.
Yeah.
And replacing one habit with another habit, you know, especially, you know, your thing that really helped you is exercising,
Yeah,
especially in the summertime.
That's a really good point. Like, you want to replace a bad habit with a healthy habit. You never truly kill a habit. You replace a habit with a better habit. Like, you'll always be feeling that time. You'll always be wanting to do something, and it's just where you put your energy toward. But really, I just kind of want to leave off with that. I couldn't be happier. You know, here's to something that stuck me up 11 years that's now out the window. We're all the better for it.
And now we can do the thing of like and subscribe.
Yeah.
That thing.
Yeah.
Leave a comment for any questions, and hopefully I'll be in some more videos now that we have a little bit more time.
Yeah, we'll bring you around a little more often.